Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I wanted to do a review of my Pochette Metis in the monogram reverse canvas. So I've had this bag for about a year. I think I bought it last November, so it's been a little less than a year. And I thought it was a good time for me to do an in-depth review of how I'm liking this bag, whether I think it's worth the money from my point of view and things like that. So if you've been looking to maybe buy this bag as well, please keep on watching. So I have an unboxing video from last year. I had a little bit of a nightmare of an unboxing experience. Originally I wanted the monogram in the regular brown monogram with the vachetta handle and things like that, but I actually ended up exchanging it for the reverse, and I'll link that video up above and down below so you guys can watch that if you haven't watched it. If you guys have watched that video, you'll know that I actually had to go in to the boutique to exchange for this guy right here, and I ended up inspecting about like 7 or 8 different bags, and this was the best one I could find. But however, the stitching is still not perfect, and this is what I tell everyone. And I've had quite a few of you who watched that video last year reach out to me about whether I thought their bags looked good, or they just had ordered it from the online store, or they had gotten it from the boutique. They weren't quite comfortable with all the, you know, screwed up, messed up stitching that they were seeing. And what I tell everyone is that these are handmade, and I understand that there might be some imperfections with the bag, but it's all about what you feel comfortable. These bags cost a lot of money, so if you don't feel comfortable with the state of the bag, just send it back. They are always going to make some more of them, so it might just take you a little bit longer to get your hands on your perfect one, but that's completely fine. So with that said, I will show you what kind of stitching that mine has. So up front, it doesn't look that bad, and someone I think has pointed out that the monogram looks a little bit crooked. I don't think so from my point of view, at least I can't tell, so it doesn't bother me clearly. So the stitching issue that mine has is actually on the side, and you can really see it. You can see that the corner over here is not stitched on straight. Same with the middle compartment. And it's like that on both sides, but I think the left side is maybe worse. Yeah, so you can really tell that the stitching isn't perfect, but because from the front you can't really tell what's going on, so it doesn't really bother me. And when I carry this handheld or over my shoulder and I forget that the stitching is just not perfect from the side, and that doesn't bother me. But if this is something that bothers you, I would say don't settle for it. Go ahead and send it back and just wait for your perfect one to come by. So anyway, with that out of the way, I'll just give you guys a little bit of a tour of the bag. So the bag comes with a lock over here, and the hardware does scratch very easily. And I do have the plastic sticker that I have ordered on here. So you can see it's a little less shiny because there's a plastic protective sticker on them. So the lock actually opens and closes very smoothly, especially when the bag is filled. Mine is completely empty right now, so I had to push it down a little bit. It does have the zippered pocket in the back. This has been a life changer for me because I always have my phone in my hand, especially when I'm running errands, and I'm either always calling someone, texting, or looking at what I need to do that day, or look at what I need to buy from the grocery store and places like that. So having easy access to my phone is always crucial, and this pocket on its own is completely like a game changer for me. And that's why I'm able to get so much use out of this bag, because it fits my phone in the back. You may think it's ridiculous, but this really has been a great feature of this bag for me. And then this, because it's a monogram in the reverse canvas, you have the black top handle. The side tabs are also black. You can see over here. And then there's some more hardware on your shoulder strap. So just taking a quick look at it, I don't think it has tarnished, but the hooks definitely have scratched. I'm not sure whether it will show up on camera, Yeah, I have protective sticker on the Louis Vuitton logo there, but where it meets the D-ring over here, you know, you can't quite put the protective sticker there. So there's a bit of scratches on there, but honestly, for having worn this bag continuously in the past year, it's not in a bad shape at all. And then the shoulder strap, of course, it's adjustable. So there is the buckle over here, and I think this doesn't have, yeah, this doesn't have any protective stickers on it. But because I don't really adjust my straps quite frequently, it doesn't have a lot of scratches on it at all. And then inside, when you open it, it's also the reverse canvas underneath the flap. You can see that the canvas seems to be a little bit wrinkled, but you know, the canvas has to be stitched so it can go over the bag. So I think it's pretty natural for it to have a little bit of wrinkles. And then inside is the black microfiber lining. And I don't think it's black inside if you get the plain monogram one. Has 3 compartments. The front flap, so it's a thinner pocket over here. Middle compartment is the largest. And then there is a little bit of a back compartment here. But as you can see on the side, the back compartment is the same thickness as your pochette that comes in the Neverfull. So as you can imagine, it doesn't fit a lot, but I tend to put things like receipts, couple cards, or some of the loose items that are flat in the back. So normally what I put in the front pocket are my wallet. I usually use the Louis Vuitton key pouch to carry all my cards and cash in there. My Hermes Vestiaire coin purse, some of the smaller items, and then in the middle is where I put all my cosmetics. So I can show you guys what I can all fit in here and how they fit. From the bag that I'm currently using, which is my trusty Neverfull. So just to show you guys what all fits in here, here's my Louis Vuitton key pouch, and that fits in pretty comfortably in the front. And I just have my key kind of loose in there. Of course, my phone usually goes in the back pocket. I do think the back pocket is a little bit tight in the beginning when you buy it, but now I have the iPhone XR, so mine's a little old, but it fits in there pretty comfortably. Yeah, I can just put it like this or that. It has a pop socket on it too, and it fits pretty comfortably. And like, I never zip the pocket because I'm always accessing my phone continuously. I will put things like a mask all the way in the back because it's pretty flat, right? So that goes in there. A couple different things I want to show you. So I have a little Moleskine notebook here. This is the one of their smallest ones. It's like as big as size of my hand, and that can just fit in the front compartment with my key pouch pretty comfortably, and it'll close too. So the front pocket, I think, does stretch a little bit over time. I wouldn't say it stretches to a point where, you know, it's misshaping the bag, but because it's canvas and it kind of molds over your items over time, you have a little bit more give here than you will with some of the stiffer bags that you may have in your collection. And then from my beauty pouch, this is the Prada nylon pouch that I carry in some of my bigger bags, like my Neverfull. I have a cup sleeve. I go out for, you know, boba drinks and things like that quite often, and this comes in handy so my hands don't get wet or cold. I have my little mirror by Chanel, hand sanitizer, which is a must, a lip balm, 2 more lip products, but I don't need to carry this many, and a hand cream and a pen. So that all fits in the middle compartment like that, loosely. And then I do have a sunglass case right now. This is a bulky one by Kate Spade. I normally don't carry my sunglasses in a case because all my sunglasses are like $10 ones from Target or J. Crew. This one is from J. Crew. I will just chuck in my sunglasses in the middle compartment there. And then it closes perfectly. So the bag is a little bit fuller than it was when it was empty, right? But still not to the point where I would feel uncomfortable carrying this much. This is exactly how much stuff I would normally carry on a day-to-day basis, and they all fit in this bag very comfortably. So with that said, in terms of wear and tear, I already showed you guys what kind of wear the hardware could have, but in terms of the canvas wear, there is absolutely none. I know that there was a point in time where when the Pochette Metis, a lot of them were being recalled because the glazing was melting. From what I can tell, the glazing doesn't have any issues, and I've really not babied this bag. I don't baby any of my bags. I even put my Neverfull down on the ground or on the floor all the time, and that one's fine too. So no wear and tear on the canvas. The only thing I would say is that if you put your phone in the back pocket like I do, it'll stretch a little bit over time, but not to the point where you really feel like you're, you know, messing up the bag. Same thing with the front compartment. It'll stretch depending on how much stuff you put in there. You can kind of see that it has thickened since I put some of my belongings in there. That's the only wear and tear for the canvas that I can tell. And the microfiber lining, some people would say, I'm like, how can you put your car key without having a key holder? I do have a 6-ring key holder from Louis Vuitton, but it tends to be a little bit bulky for smaller bags like these. So I don't put my keys in the key holder, although I could. But for having done that and putting items loose like my sunglasses and stuff, the microfiber lining still doesn't have any wear and tear from what I can tell. It can collect some dust, and dust may show because it's a black microfiber lining, but even for that, I really can't tell if there's any wear on the lining at all. In terms of the handle, I do tend to grab the bag by the handle quite a bit, although I wear this on my shoulder a lot. I don't carry this as a crossbody bag, especially right now because I'm about 9 months pregnant. Wearing anything crossbody is really hard, but even before I got pregnant, I just thought this was a lot more comfortable carrying on one shoulder as a long shoulder bag, and it doesn't slip. I don't know whether it's because the canvas is a little bit thicker, because I think this is 2 layers of canvas, or whether it has a little bit more structure, but it sits really comfortably on my one shoulder, and that's how I carry it normally. But anyway, going back to the handle. So because I grab the bag by the handle when I'm getting out of the car, I really thought the handle would show a lot more wear and tear, but that's actually not the case. I really thought where it bends, because there is 2 loops, if you can see, when you pull the top handle, it'll naturally wrinkle where it meets the hooks, right here. And I thought that would worsen over time, but that really hasn't been the case. Okay, so you can see there's some wrinkling, and that's, you know, expected with the top handle bag like this, but it really doesn't show much. You can barely see it when you really look at it, but it really hasn't settled in as like deep wrinkles at all. So what I would do is that I would just grab it like this, but when I don't use it, I'll just kind of flatten it out, and that's how it's been. And if you watched my collection video, you will know that this survived like a massive like selling spree that I went through because we need the money this year. This survived because this is a bag that I use quite frequently. It's so carefree because it's canvas. It requires less maintenance than a leather bag, and it's also kind of weatherproof, right? It rains here on and off without you knowing whether it's gonna rain. So this has been like really good bag for me to carry. You can see that it has good enough capacity for all your daily essentials, and I think even after my baby gets here, I think I will still carry this a lot, especially because I'm planning on carrying all my baby stuff in a different bag. and I just really like it. So in terms of whether I think this is worth it, for me, if you have the means to pay for it, I think this is a really good option, especially if you like having the back pocket and easy access to your phone like I do. And this bag I think is extremely comfortable. Some people have complained that the shoulder strap is not really comfy, but I still think this has really softened up a lot. They do use softer canvas now than they used to. I think the newer models have softer canvas, and I find that the shoulder strap extremely comfortable actually. And this is one of the most comfortable bags I have owned before. I have owned many more bags before. I went down to 4 bags only at this point. And I really think it was a mistake for me to not buy this a long time ago, because I enjoy carrying this bag so much. So anyway, I feel like I'm out of breath now. I'm always out of breath now talking because I'm 9 months pregnant. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this quick video of the review of the Pochette Metis. I think it's one of the most beloved bags by not only the bloggers and influencers, but by normal people like myself and you guys. So let me know if you guys have any questions about this bag. This is one of my absolute favorite styles because of the ways you can carry, and like I said, the back pocket really makes it for me. And it has some organization to the bag where I can still somewhat organize my stuff, but still have the ability to stuff a little bit more in there if you need to, because this bag is about half full still. So it makes this bag very versatile. So if you guys are still considering buying this bag, and if you don't own it in your collection, let me know if you guys have any more questions in the comments down below, and I would happy to answer any of the questions that you guys still might have after watching this video. So thank you so much for watching as always, and please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next one.